Welcome back to the channel, guys. If you're new, hi, I am Karis. As you guys can tell, I am in the gym. So if you want to grow your glutes, go ahead and follow this glutes and hammies workout. Okay, let's go ahead and get into it. So as y'all can tell, first I'm stretching. Right now I'm rolling myself out on the foam roller. I love a good foam roller. I love it on my back. I love it on my glutes. I love it on my hamstrings. It feels so good. It gets all the knots out, gets all the cracks out my back, so I can ensure a good workout. Okay, really, if you just want to foam roll, you can just foam roll, because I know for me, I don't like to stretch because it takes forever, I feel, but I always make sure I foam roll myself out, and I feel like that does enough for me to have a good workout pretty much. I also do a few different stretches after the foam rolling, but if you can get a little foam roller, I know they got mini ones on Amazon, but if you can get a foam roller, go ahead and get it, because honey, they work wonders for your back, for all your ligaments, honestly, for your legs, your back, all of that. It feels really good. It gets a lot of knots out of your body, so get a foam roller. Okay, next I am about to do some stretching for my legs. I call these booty touches booty touches, because I go up with my butt and I come down, but it really works like that inner thigh area and gets them glute muscles, you know, stretched on out, because today's glute day, so I had to stretch my glute muscles out. But that really helps. I do about 3 to 4 of these, maybe 5 of them, and then I go in on my side to sides here, and I just go from side to side with my legs, and that helps the inner thigh part too, and just stretch your hip bones out so that your hips will be all open for your exercises. And then here I'm doing some half split things, and I'm going back and forth, and those also help your legs and hips as well to stretch out. When you're doing leg exercises or glute exercise, you want to make sure you really stretch out your hip muscles and your leg muscles before you start, because when you stretch out your hip muscles and open up your hips, that will ensure you to have a better glute workout and a better leg workout all around, I feel. So make sure y'all are stretching y'all hips out when y'all are doing leg day, any sort of leg day, any sort of glute day. Make sure you're stretching your hips out. Now I'm gonna do some, I don't even know what these are called, but y'all see what I'm doing. And I'm just going from side to side, taking my time. I'm not rushing the movements. This also helps to open your hips. So this is also a good exercise. I need to do better with knowing the names of these things, but I don't. But y'all see what I'm doing. You can do a couple of these. So now I'm getting into some upper body stretching. I do stretch, like I try to stretch my whole body, even if I'm doing like glute day, upper body day. If I'm doing upper body, I'm still gonna stretch my legs. If I'm doing lower body, I'm still gonna stretch my arms. I try to just do stretches for my whole body, and you just want to make sure you're doing a few stretches. You don't have to do everything, and you don't have to do it for a long time. Just make sure you're stretching before a workout. Now for our first workout. Can you guys guess what our first glute workout is? It is the hip thrust. So guys, I do my hip thrust on a Smith machine, because at the gym I go to, which is Plant Fitness, they only have Smith machines, so I do them on a Smith machine. I like them on a Smith machine. I used to not like them on a Smith machine, but now that I've gotten used to doing them on a Smith machine, I like it. So here I'm putting on, I believe I started out with 2 45s on each side, which is like crazy to me, guys, because I remember when I could barely lift like 145 on each side, or even 25 pounds on each side. Like I remember when I couldn't even lift that, but now I'm starting out with 2 45s, baby. Get at me, okay? And I did a total of these hip thrusts. I did a total of 4 whole sets, and I think I did 10 to 12 reps on these. So 4 sets, 10 to 12 reps. And right now I'm just prepping my bar, you know, the use. But I think hip thrusts are like my favorite workout. Hip thrusts / glute bridges, those are my favorite glute builders. Okay, hip thrusts and catch glute bridges have really grown my glutes. I'm being so dead serious. I'm just fixing my my bench so it can be right when I do my form. You want to make sure everything's right. You want to make sure all your equipment's right, so that your form will be the best that it can be. So now here I go, lifting my weight off the bar. ensuring that I have a nice 90-degree angle with my legs. And I'm gonna go up and down and up, down, do a slight pause up top and down, up, down. When you're doing hip thrusts, because I'm doing hip thrusts, you want to kind of go lower than calf glute bridges, because calf glute bridges you tend to stop like more before halfway, but for my hip thrusts I try to go down enough to where I can feel it in my glutes, where I still have tension in my glutes, and then I go up. So that's what I try to do. As you can tell, this was hurting me. I was really going through it, but I was doing it, baby. I did it. Okay, first set of hip thrusts complete. So for my second set of hip thrusts, I went ahead and I added a 10-pound weight on each side. You want to make sure for hip thrusts you're going as heavy as possible. I know sometimes it could be hard because you don't want to mess up your form, but for hip thrusts you do want to try and go, you want to try and challenge yourself and go as hard, as heavy as you can. So I just added a little 10-pound weight because it's something better than nothing. So make sure you guys are upping your weight. I know you don't want to hurt yourself, you don't want to hurt your form, but just try it, because for me, I really downplay the weight that I can do, and I just would stick to one weight when I know I can go higher, because I just don't want to push myself, or I just don't want to I don't know, do so heavy. I don't know. But make sure you guys are pushing yourself. You have to push yourself. If you want to grow your glutes, if you want to grow anything in the gym, you have to progressive overload. And I know I hate hearing it too, but you got to, especially to get them big voluptuous glutes, baby. You gotta progressive overload. Okay, so now I'm about to go in for my second set. I'm mentally preparing myself for this weight because I hope it's not crazy heavy. And here I go. And again, you want to make sure you're going down a little bit more and up. For hip thrusts and calf glute bridges, I try and pause at the top so I can slow down my movement, because when you're doing your movements all fast, that's not helping you. That's not helping you at all. So I try and go at a nice tempo speed. But as you can tell, this is where I started struggling, baby. It started getting real hot and the weight started getting real heavy, okay? I couldn't make it to 12. I think I did maybe 10 or 11 on that, but I couldn't make it to full 12. I know y'all see me grip my butt cheeks. That junk hurt. That cramping, them butt cheeks when they cramp hurt. And now we're gonna get on to my next movement, guys. And this is gonna be RDLs. I love a good RDL because this stretches the glute muscle lengthy wise. Hip thrusts and glute bridges are gonna strengthen it a shortened way, but your RDLs are gonna stretch your glute muscles a lengthened way. And I would say these are two movements you need to have in your routine at all times if you're trying to grow your glutes, because the stretch that you get on your glutes from these muscles, from these exercises, these exercises are very needed. Okay, they're very needed if you are trying to grow your glutes. So make sure that you're doing hip thrusts and RDLs on every leg day. That's my advice to you. For these, I did 4 sets of, wait a minute. Okay, guys, I'm sorry, but I just want to make sure I was telling y'all the right information. But I want to say I did these 4 sets of 10. I did 4 sets and I did 10 reps for RDLs. So, and I put a plate down to elevate, to stand up on, because I'm tall. And when I go, when I push my hips all the way back, my, the bar, it goes straight to the bottom and I lose, tension in my glutes. So I put a plate down and stand up on. But can we please get into this movement? Guys? Please just push your hips back. Push your hips back as far as they can go and pull up with your glutes, guys. Do not drop down your back. Do not pull up with your back. We're pushing our hips backwards to get a nice stretch on the glutes, and then we are pulling up with our glute muscles. It sounds weird, but if you pay attention to my movement, I'm pushing my hips back and I'm pushing up with my glutes. Back, up with my glutes, guys. And that's the end of my first set. Okay, guys, so this is my second set. I set up the camera so y'all could just see from the back how the movement is supposed to look, but I feel like I should have did more side angles, because I feel like the side angle gives it makes it a better like tutorial and gives it in a better view for you guys to understand like what I mean by when you push your hips back and then pull up. But I mean, here's a little snippet from the back if y'all would like to see that. But I'm just doing the same thing. I'm pushing my hips back and I'm pulling up with my glute muscles. I know some people say, think of it like you're pushing the car door with your back. Like, I mean, not with your back, with your butt. When you have like a lot of stuff in your hands, you can think about it like that. But I just try to think about it as pushing my hips back. Like just pushing my hips back, literally. That's how I think about it, and that's how I got it. But I know this took me a long time to get this movement down, so do not feel frustrated or discouraged when you can't get the movement. It will take time for you to get RDLs down, but you will get RDLs down, don't worry. So the next movement that I'm doing is reverse lunges. And I'm doing these for 3 sets of 8 or 4. I think it was just 3 though. But guys, these right here feel so good on the glute. Like you get a good stretch on your glute muscles, okay? And basically for this movement here, I put a plate down. But basically you want to do a lunge down and then a lunge back up, putting all your weight on one foot. So lunge down, come back up. But when you come back up, we're putting that weight on the foot that's on the plate. Now I'm going to show you with the other side. Lunge down, come back up. But notice how I'm trying to put the weight all on my other foot. Lunge, up. Lunge, up. When you are lunging back, make sure you're putting a slight bend in your torso to the front, a slight slant to the front, because when you slant your torso to the front like how I am, you're gonna get a better stretch on your glutes. But lunge down, lunge up, put all your weight on one side, okay? Now we are at our last exercise of the night, baby, and these are lion leg curls, and these right here, honey, are gonna make your hammies burn. I'm telling you, they're gonna burn. I don't want to see you guys flipping this up and down all fast. Look at how I am doing it. I'm coming up and I'm slowly coming down. If you are just going up and down with this machine, you're not gonna grow. This is not gonna help you. It's not gonna help you. You have to make sure you're doing these exercises slowly and controlled. Point blank, period. Do not get up here on any exercise and be doing it all super fast. No, slow and control is how you grow, baby. Slow and control. These right here took me out. This was a good finisher for me, and my hamstrings were done after. And I was only doing 30 pounds, y'all. But that 30 pounds was enough for me. But yes, guys, this is my last exercise. I think I did 4 sets, 10 to 12 of these, but I only recorded it once because I feel like there's only one angle you need. But that's the end of this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, babies. Love you guys. Bye. Texas, Dallas, Texas, you know I do.